रतन सर इज वन पर्सनॅलिटी ज्यांनी नाशिक शहर खूप आधीपासून बघितलेलं आहे आणि त्यांनी खूप लेवल्सवर बघितलेलं आहे. त्यांनी लोकांना येताना जाताना बघितलेलं आहे नाशिक शहरात. रतन सर, आय वुड वॉन्ट टू नो द चेंज दॅट यू हॅव सीन थ्रू युअर आईज. And like she mentioned, she's seen a lot of educational institutes that have developed. So what is that one factor which plays an important role in that?
आज तर पहिल्यांदा मला असं वाटतंय का माझं स्कूलचं स्टुडंट मला प्रश्न विचारतोय. शी इज माय एक्स स्टुडंट. शी पास आउट फ्रॉम प्रवाशी. Very happy about being a part of this FM program today. I have seen Nashik for last 45 years, which I have understood Nashik. All my friends over here, their parents, we have seen Nashik growing very gradually, very correctly, I would say. But I personally have a dream. I have a dream for Nashik. If you allow me, I can express my dream.
Please.
I feel that the rich man in Nashik, the day the rich man in Nashik travels in a public transport, that will be the day, that's the day when the Nashik structure, geography, everything is going to change. The second dream is where every politician, I take the liberty as the lovely couple is not over here, so every politician, every bureaucrat, child studies in the government schools, corporation असो, जिल्हा परिषदचे असो, त्या दिवशी आपल्या शहराचे सिनियर चेंज होईल. All the big schools, all the good schools, so-called big schools, mega schools, they're all self-sufficient. They are structured, they are blessed to have everything. When will that day come when a corporation school or a Zilla Parishad school which has more than 2 lakh children, when are they going to do well? That's my prayer to God. It's high time because the disparity between them and us is becoming wider and wider. We need to be really concerned about that and we need to really work for it.
That's one thing which I agree to a lot, sir, which is very correct, की प्रत्येक व्यक्तीने इक्वली सगळ्यांचे त्रास एकत्र सहन केले तर समजेल की नेमकं शहरात काय.
Your question is like, मी बघितलंय शहर. मी स्वप्न बघू शकतो. म्हणजे मला मी आजोबा झालेलो आहे. माझं लग्न इथं झालंय, मी आजोबा झालेलो आहे, माझा मुलगा एस्टॅब्लिश्ड आहे. I need the city to grow in that sense. It's very important. That is what I believe for.
That is great. Moving on to Gaurav ji, I'll directly move to this one question. कारण ती वंदे भारत म्हटली. नाशिक शहर. Another question about education. Recently in Kerala, in this place called Ernakulam, they announced 100% literacy. Right now, Nashik is standing at 82.31% literacy. We're very close. कोणती गोष्ट आहे जी कदाचित याचा एक ब्रिज असू शकते की आपण 100% पर्यंत पोहोचू?
There's a lot of bitter fact involved in this. So when we talk about literacy, so I would like the city to be educated than being literate. It's very important. There's a very big difference between literacy and education. So what happens, you please understand very carefully what I'm trying to say, that the maximum children, again I repeat, are in the government schools. And the highest level of salaries are paid to the government teachers. Where does the result go? The schools which we run, which you study, which other private schools like Sonali mentioned about schools coming up, their teachers' salary is much lesser than the government teachers. So where does this product go? Yes. The government teachers' salaries are more than ₹1 lakh, lakh and a half, nearly. That is the structure which they are doing. So the best quality fuel put in and the less average and the pickup is less of a vehicle. What kind of structure is this? So the important factor is we need to work now in this digitalization world and the AI world to monitor more than what children are studying, more than that, what teachers are teaching, where it is going, what kind of teaching is going on, what kind of teaching the learning is taking place. So there has to be some kind of an audit, there has to be some kind of structure. But looking at the scene in Maharashtra today, looking at our state, let me tell you we are developing pretty well now. looking at the education structure also. But I still feel that the rural brain, it doesn't come up because there's a lot of talent which is not seen, there's a lot of talent which is not being nurtured. So in this circumstances, if we, as also the private schools, help the government to empower the schools which really need help, the children which really need help. See, I'll give you a very simple example. The farmer, doctor is sitting on the farmer, त्यांचं जेवण काय असायचं? भाकर. आपण millets करायला बघत. Okay? That kind of food. आता सगळे all the so-called elite society, they go to doctors for all the possible problems and they have come back to the farmers. So please understand, we need to go to the roots today and see to it that the fruits come up sweet like it. So this, when it will happen with the government schools, because if you see the children studying in Nashik today, in all the schools, with respect to their private or government schools, they are nearing 2.5 lakh students. The privileged ones are only 25,000. So that ratio should reduce. And then you will see that is the time when the teachers are educated, your literacy structure is going to go high, and more than that, your education will really boom in the state and city.
That is absolutely